Hi everyone, my name's Anjali, this is Uma, and welcome to today's Wacky Family Breaks with Children and Tweens, where we are celebrating International Museum Day. So it's a day when we can explore all those places that have information, they have pictures, they have objects that help us to understand the world around us, whether it's the world we live in now or it's the world of the past, the history, and we can find so many things there that help us to understand how we live our lives today. So today I would like us to journey on an exploration of some museums around England, as that's where we live and there is so much richness. I could do so many Wacky Family Breaks, or a very long one, if we travel to even more amazing museums around the world. But you may not be able to go and visit them at the moment, but there's lots that you can see about museums online. And I've got some more ideas in my Wacky Daily Activities about those museums you can see online too. All right, shall we get started? Yeah. We are going to start with our Wacky breath today. Oh, and I forgot to remind you, please remember to listen, to be kind to your bodies, to only do what is comfortable. That means no stretching till it hurts, no bending, no balancing, not doing things that are hurting your body, okay? You know how you feel. Doesn't mean that I don't want you to try different things, but not to the point of hurting. Please also respect your yoga space, make sure it's clear and that you and the person you're doing yoga with, or the people you're doing yoga with, have got space to do yoga too. Right, I'm going to show you our first picture. So this is a picture of the Roman baths in the city of Bath in England. And we're starting our journey here. We're going to start with one of the things that the Romans taught us, and that is about heating and warming up homes and water. So let's make a really warm breath. Breathe in. Open your mouth as you breathe out on your hand. Yeah, so bring your hand close enough so you can feel that warm breath. Now you keep going with that breathing. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Romans. So the Romans also, when they created these baths, they recognized the importance of staying clean and the relationship that has to staying healthy. And they also turned going to the baths into a social activity, so a place to carry on and actually have some time to meet your friends. All right, well done. So finish off with your warm breathing and we're going to move on to our Wacky Warm Up. All right, now for our Wacky Warm Up, because this is a warm up and I don't want to turn it into a stretch, we're going to imagine we are building this place. So this is Windsor Castle in the city of Windsor. It is said to be Queen Elizabeth's favourite home. And it contains, well, let's make the top, because it's got a lot of square turreted towers for Windsor Castle. So what I'd like us to do is to create rectangular shapes with our bodies, feet out in front of us and our arms behind us, as we are going to erect one tower. Because it's a warm up, we're just going to come up and down. I'm going to tell you a little bit what you can see at Windsor Castle. So I want you to keep your heels down on the floor here. So you're really making strong thighs, strong arms, strong tummy, and lower back and bottom as well. Okay, so 1,000 years of history here in Windsor Castle. You can find lots of old paintings. You can find pottery, china. You can find amazing rooms where the Queen entertains. And also attached to Windsor Castle is the famous St George's Chapel, where many royal weddings have taken place, including that of Harry to Meghan. So well done for doing our Wacky Warm Up. Now I felt like there was one more thing that I wanted to do here. I want to warm up your legs a little bit more. So up you come and add a flag to this castle. All right, I think we probably should come down as it is warm up. And up we come and extend, stretch your other leg up to add a flag to this Windsor Castle today. Fantastic. All right, next place we're going to is not an indoor museum. It is an outdoor museum of sorts, perhaps something a little bit different. Now, I really love this picture, and I know that you may not be able to see the stones as clearly if the sun wasn't shining through. And maybe you can recognize this. This is a picture of Stonehenge. This is a series of ancient stones that were put together by the ancient Britons who found a way to use those stones to help them understand the movements of the sun and the moon. And particular things happen. So on the longest day of the year, which in England is the 21st of June, the sun, it's like a really, really very sophisticated, very, very clever map. The sun shines through these pillars in the same way, in a particular way, on the longest day, and it also shines through the stones in a particular way on the shortest day. Okay, so on the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So for our Wacky exercise today, we're going to stand up. Try to stand up, no hands, and we're going to do a sun salutation. Uma, do you want to go at that end? And you come at the front. I'll come behind, as I just want you to follow with me. I've got a rhyme that helps us to remember the movements and what order the movements come in. If you know the rhyme, join in. If you don't, just do the movements. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh sun, I salute the sun. I open my heart to everyone. Right, now before we do anything else, make sure your hands are next to your feet. Okay, step back with actually, we're going to try and jump back here. Okay, here we go. As the sun rises and sets over everyone. As now I relax and I rise again. Ready to live, ready to give. I open my heart to everyone. Excellent. All right, next place we are going to for our Wacky stretch is we are going to a huge building. It needs to be huge, lots of big ceilings, called the Natural History Museum. So in the Natural History Museum, you can see all things about the world around us, animals, it's not just animals, but it's also space, oceans, all kinds of things. And it's going back in time. So we're going to do this as a partner pose. And I'd like us to make a very large winged, because it had a huge wingspan, of a pterodactyl. Okay, so leaning forwards as we can do a stretch. Try and straighten out your leg that's on the floor. Sorry, here we go. So we're doing a nice stretch to our lower back. Our leg behind us. Can you point your back leg that's off the floor, your toes down to the floor? Okay, as we can see dinosaurs in the Natural History Museum, or at least bone skeletons of them. We can see oceans, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, the human body, mini beasts, space, volcanoes, earthquakes, and new displays all the time. All right, so this is great for focus and concentration. It's really working to make a lot of your body strong. Can you feel your arms? Your arms might be getting tired. Your legs are stretching out from your hips, from your bottom. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Wacky strengthener stretch for you today. Okay, let's come down for our Wacky Time Out today. As I would just like to show you the inside atrium. So when you walk into this place, this is the British Museum. This is what it looks like. Lots of daylight coming in, this central zone from which there are just an incredible amount of different things going on. So for our Wacky Time Out today, the reason I've brought the British Museum to last is because there are so many things to see here. So I'd like you to come and sit down. Have your back tall and straight. Imagine there's a string pulling your head up to the sky, like a puppet string. You're sitting up tall so that your shoulders are above your hips. I'd like you to have your hands on your knees, face down, face up, or finger and thumb together, and close your eyes. Okay, and then I'd like you to say with me, I am curious. Let's repeat it 3 times. Go. I am curious. And again, I am curious. One more time. I am curious. And keep your eyes closed, as if you explore around the British Museum, the home of 2 million years of history about humans. You can explore over 8 million objects, from the Egyptian, Roman, Greek times to the Anglo-Saxons, the Aztecs, African culture and Asian history and culture too, and so much more. There's so much to find out and learn. All of this giving us clues about how people lived and why we live the way we do today. So take some time to explore anything that interests you. Maybe find a museum online. So we finish our class today. You can keep your eyes closed for as long as you like or open them up as we say Namaste.
Namaste.
The goodness in me honours the goodness in you. Thank you very much for joining us for our Wacky Family Breaks with Children and Tweens as we've celebrated International Museum Day.